So the stranger danger is now homeless, and I felt bad for him, so I let him stay with me, and of course we had to make the second AI challenge. So for the last challenge, the results are fairly intriguing, as I was able to crush my opponent. But I'm not so sure the same thing will happen this time around. So if any of you missed the last video, the challenge is that me and a stranger danger will build 3 different builds in a certain time limit, and the AI chooses both the object or location that we have to build as well as the time limit. So let's go!
Wait, what the heck happened here? This is my video, get out of here. Yeah, I won the challenges. So now, let's see what topic and build we have to build and what is the time limit. Alright, so let's see what object we will have to build. An old wooden music box. Fairly interesting. Now let's see how much time we get. 18 seconds. Are you serious? Alright, so since we got a very short time limit, we let ourselves gather up some pieces in advance just to make the building challenge a lot easier. And of course, just like in the last video, I failed to film the time lapse correctly. I'm just an expert YouTuber, but once again, thankfully, Stranger Danger did a better job at filming than me. Alright, so now let's both look at our old wooden music boxes, and the Stranger Danger is going to start first.
18 seconds. 18 seconds? Are you crazy? In 18 seconds you can't build crap. Well, we still tried and it came out not well. But at least I'm happy. It's 10 times better than any other modern art.
Alright, so in 18 seconds we had to make an old wooden music box, which is a pretty insane challenge. And well, being completely honest, I'm not that familiar with music boxes, and so I kind of made a record player. And so here's a needle. I used a printed piece to represent a record, and the back isn't even finished. So yeah, this challenge was a complete failure, but at least it was pretty funny and fun. Alright, before we move on, I did want to destroy a few of my older builds from first challenge just to get back some pieces. Alright, now let's take a look at what our next object or location will be. So we got a floating lantern drifting down a quiet river at dusk. I've got no idea how I'm going to build that, but hopefully we get a decent amount of time. 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Are you for real? Alright, so these are our 2 builds, and I'm going to start showcasing my build first. Alright, and so here's my floating lantern drifting down a quiet river at dusk, which I think turned out alright. I tried to make a quiet river by including some tiles just to show that the water is running. At the very back I added some rocks, and I also tried to make dusk by incorporating a lot of different color tiles like red, dark orange, orange, yellow, as well as some magenta, and just those sort of colors to make it look like like the sun is shining. And I tried to make a dusk effect, which turned out alright. And then I of course have my single lantern floating in the middle of a river, which I think turned out pretty nice. So yeah, here's my floating lantern drifting down a quiet river at dusk.
So we got basically 8 minutes, which is not a lot, but it's comparing to the last challenge, it's kind of a lot. So what I tried to do with the black tiles and pieces was make the dusk, and the yellow tiles as the sun. I really tried to make it a little uneven so it wouldn't be like just basically flat and boring, and it came out really nice. I really tried to make it like kind of swampy with the green pieces, and in my opinion, it also came out very nice. And I also got two lanterns in advance because, there's always space for another one, no?
And now let's see what object or location we will get for our final build. A forgotten book covered in dust on an ancient library shelf. That sounds like a fun, simple build. For the time, we get 42 seconds. Oh, come on. So for this build, we once again gathered up the pieces that we might use in advance just to make the challenge a little easier.
What? Okay. I will just put the book in because that's the most important thing. Okay. Same. What? Okay. I will just put the book in.
So here are the two library shelves, and the Stranger Danger is going to show his library shelf first.
What is happening with ChatGPT? Why these small timers? I don't understand. Okay, anyways, we got a forgotten book covered in dust on an ancient library shelf. When they meant covered in dust, I took it flippin' seriously, and I just covered it in dust. A little bit to the left of the covered in dust, we got coping with a high IQ. I don't know if you guys can relate, but of course I can. And at the top, I really like how I made the shelf with these smooth tiles and a little bit of greenery.
Alright, so we had to make a forgotten book covered in dust on an ancient library shelf in 42 seconds, and this challenge was once again pretty difficult, just like the first challenge, but I do like how the shelf turned out, and I do really like how I tried to represent the dust by using some light gray pieces of some sort. I also used this book, this Scary Tales book, and it has some cobwebs on its design, and so you could either think that the cobwebs are part of a book design, or because it is a forgotten book, there are cobwebs on top of a book. And I also, in the last couple of seconds, had enough time to add this printed cobweb piece, which I think just completes the whole look. So I'm actually really happy with how this turned out, even though we had 42 seconds to build it. But I mean, yeah, everybody, this is going to be the end for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video as well as editing it. And of course, don't forget to go to the community posts and vote for your favorite build. Last time I was able to come out as the winner, but when it comes to this round, I'm not so sure. So yeah, do make sure to vote, and part 3 will hopefully come soon. Brixodom out, goodbye.